Story time. How the stars get in the sky. The stars used to live on Earth with us. Their light brought great joy to everybody, and they lit up the night along with the moon. And one night the stars were talking to the moon, and they looked at the moon and said, "Moon, you're so perfect. You're so beautiful. Everyone just loves you." And the moon just laughed and said, "I'm not perfect. I got a crater right here, a blemish right here, and a blue spot right here." And the stars looked at him and they're like, "Moon, how can you see yourself?" And the moon said, "When I go over the lakes, rivers, and oceans of the world, I can see my reflection in the water." And the stars looked at him and said, "Moon, can we do that too?" And the moon said, "Yeah, tomorrow when the sun goes down and I come up, go to the rivers and you'll see your light." So next night, all the stars of the world lined up against all the ponds, oceans, and riversides of the world and waited. As soon as the sun went down and the moon came up, all the sides of the river were just lit up with light, and the stars just looked at themselves like, "Oh my God, I'm so beautiful. Look at my light. Look at my light." And the stars in the back wanted to see too. And see, stars were very beautiful, which means they were very vain, which means they weren't very smart. So the ones in the back start pushing toward the ones in the front. And during the scuffle, a couple stars fell into the water. And in that moment, the world found out stars don't swim. They drowned and their light went out. The next day, the man went to God and said, "What are we going to do? The stars are going to keep trying to look at their light and they're going to drown. And soon there won't be enough light to light up the night. The moon's not bright enough." So God grabbed all the stars, except the two biggest and brightest, and threw them in the sky. That way they can always see the reflection and the moon can watch after them. And once in a while, one star will lean a little too close and fall into Earth, and that's why we have shooting stars. See, God grabbed all the stars of the world except for the two most brightest, and He kept them on Earth. And I seen them today, and they're shining as bright as beautiful as that day. Do you know where He put them? In your eyes.